Hey everyone, and welcome to Isms by Josie. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of this video series completing Oogie Boogie from the Nightmare Before Christmas crochet kit. For my returning subscribers, thank you so much for tuning in. And for my new viewers, please consider subscribing, share, hit that like button, leave a comment below, and click on that notification bell for future videos. So today, you guys, we're doing part 2. Hopefully we can finish this whole thing. I had stopped at the end of round 36 on this previous page because we have a lot to do. We have here, hold on a sec. Hold on one second. Okay, so I just had to get my stitch markers here. We're doing rounds 37 through 48. We had stopped at 36 because it was already almost 2.5 hours. And I know the viewers want to see every row, so there was no way to finish this section without having to go over like 3 hours, which is insanity. I don't think I've ever done that before. So we're going to continue this. We're going to continue rows 37 through 48 in silence. The kit gives you 4 stitch markers. You'll just have to divide up the number of rows to use just the 4. But like I said, it would help if you would invest in getting a stitch marker packet. You can get them on Amazon or a hobby store, and they're only a few dollars, I think. But I've never gotten them. I've just collected them over the time of doing all these amigurumi kits for you guys. So let's continue 37 through 48 in silence. It's basically doing a single crochet stitch in all 60 stitches. I'm just gonna grab some yarn. We're gonna be here for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if this first set of instruction takes 30 minutes or more. But yeah, we're gonna do this with you guys. I can't wait till this is done because this seems like a very large Oogie Boogie, but at the same time, if you remember Jack Skellington and Sally, they were pretty tall. They didn't fit in frame. And I have a new setup here, so I can have everything fit. But anyway, if you need me to slow down or speed up the video, you can click on the gear button at the corner of the screen. There's a playback option to go fast or slow. If you're more of a visual person and you don't need to hear me, you can lower the volume on your phone and then click on the closed caption button, CC button. Okay, let's do this in silence. Okay, so we finished rows 37 through 48. We're going to do round 49. So this is where we start decreasing. We're going to do a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch 6 times, 12 single crochet stitches, and then a single crochet stitch, a decreasing stitch 6 times, 12 single crochet stitches, and end up with 48. It's a lot of work just to end to like subtract 2. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Let's just do it. Okay. So, just make sure you count your stitching. So, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and 60. Okay, so all right, let's do our single crochet stitch. So into the next stitch, we're going to do our single crochet stitch. Okay. Then we're going to do a decreasing stitch, and all a decreasing stitch is taking 2 stitches and turning them into 1. So put your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the next stitch over, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops, and then we've created 2 stitches into 1. So now we have to repeat this 5 more times. Do a single crochet stitch, and then we're going to do a decreasing stitch, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Okay, then we got to repeat this 4 more times, a single crochet stitch. Okay, now we're going to do a decreasing stitch, so into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So now we just have to repeat this 3 more times, single crochet stitch, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. We got to repeat this 2 more times, single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, and repeat this 1 more time, single crochet stitch, and decreasing stitch. I am now realizing it's 60 to 48, not 60 to 58. Okay, so after we do that 6 times, we're going to do 12 single crochet stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so then after that we're going to do the single crochet stitch and decreasing stitch 6 times. So single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, Repeat this 5 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, repeat this 4 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, repeat this 3 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, repeat this 2 more times. Single crochet stitch, decreasing stitch, repeat this 1 more time. Single crochet stitch and decreasing stitch. Let me just go back and check it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then we have to do 12 single crochet stitches. Okay, so let's check back to see that we have 48 stitches. 5, 10, oh shit, I mean shoot, sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, and 48. Put your hook into the next stitch. All right. So now we're going to do round 50. Okay, so for round 50, we're going to do a decreasing stitch 6 times, 12 single crochet stitches 2 times, and end up with 36 stitches. Okay, so let's do our decreasing stitches. Into the next stitch, we're yarning over, pulling up a loop. Into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops. Okay, so now we have to repeat this 5 more times, a decreasing stitch. 1, 2, 4 more times. Three more times. 2 more times. 1 more time. Oop, I messed up here. Make sure that you are not piercing the yarn and that you're gathering up all the threads of the yarn. Okay, 1 more time. Oh, and lo and behold, I didn't mark the last. Okay, let's check to see that we'd have 6, 3, 6. Okay. So now we have to do 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 1 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we have to repeat this one more time. So 6 decreasing stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Remove the marker. Mark your last stitch you made. We're going to count back to make sure we have 36. Then we're going to move on to the last round, you guys. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36. Put in your hook into the next stitch. All right, so for round 51, we have to do a decreasing stitch 3 times, 12 single crochet stitches 2 times, and then we'll end up, whoa, let me reread that. 3 decreasing stitches, 12 single crochet stitches, repeating this whole thing 2 times, and we're going to end up with 30 stitches. And then we're going to fasten off. We are getting there, oh my gosh, and we still have to do the face, the eyebrow, the arm, and the leg, and the worm. I'm going to be, whatever I have to make 2 of, I'm going to do off camera for the sake of the video, because this whole thing is already over an hour. Okay, so let's do our decreasing stitch 3 times. 1, let's see, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 12 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and then we just have to repeat this one more time. We're going to do 3 single crochet stitches, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to do 12 single crochet stitches, 1. Wait, let's see if I put that in the right spot. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Let's make sure we have 30 stitches. This got really small, didn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. Okay. Fasten off, leave a long tail for sewing. So, where's my scissor? Okay, so I'm gonna get, like, I don't even know how much I need, but because this is my own yarn, I'm sure you got your own yarn as well. I'm gonna leave a super long tail. And then we're gonna fasten off, and then to do that, I'll show you how to do that. So basically you yarn over and you pull through the loop all the way out, and then you tighten up that stitch. You can remove this marker. Okay. Oh my gosh, nearing the end here. It's definitely looking like Oogie Boogie. I was a little worried. Okay. So, fasten off, leaving tail for sewing. Trim a 5-inch piece of craft wire. Okay, so I have my tape measure here. You can use a ruler, but I have my tape measure. Here is 5 inches. Okay, I don't know if this will be long enough. Oh yes, this is the remainder of the original wire that came in the kit. So I'm just going to use this. It's a little over 5, as you see here, but I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. Okay, so you have your 5-inch piece of craft wire. Insert at the top of the head and stuff the body. So, stuffing. You probably had to go off and get your own stuffing. I have my polyfill, 32 ounces. I didn't realize how much 32 ounces was until I got it in the mail. So, luckily, I'm going to be using all this stuffing to fill this huge guy here. You're going to need a lot of stuffing. But what I'm going to try to do, and I don't know if it'll stay, I'm going to try to bat this into like a matted ball here. And I'm going to try to roll this up into a tight little Q-tip, because I don't, I am not a fan of these wire things, but they have them here. So I'm going to stick that into this little thing. I don't know if it'll stay, but we really need to, oh, and the wire came out anyway, so now I'm just gonna push it with my finger and then I'll stick the wire in. Just don't want the wire to come out. I'm not a fan of how they constructed this. They could have, you know, given you the extra plastic pieces if they wanted, you know, some sort of plastic to make this work, but they would have to manufacture that, right? So at the end of the day, this idea didn't work. Okay, fine. All right, so I'm going to stuff the rest of this off camera, but it says to stuff the body, flatten the last round, and whip stitch it closed. I'll come back in when we sew it closed. Okay, so I have it stuffed, and he's kind of like a potato sack, so it doesn't have to be perfectly like stuffed. But I'm gonna take my tapestry needle. I have a bunch here. I don't remember what kits they came from, and I don't even remember how many needles this kit came with, but it says to flatten out the last round and whip stitch to close. So I'm going to load up my needle with my yarn. That was the tail for this, and then what I'm going to do is do the whip stitch. So let's start here. Like, it doesn't, I wish it kind of, well, I guess I could have, this is just how the cookie crumbled, so I'm just gonna have to sew it and then come back. But what I'm gonna do is we're gonna flatten this out, and a whip a whip stitch is just, we're gonna whip it like this is why I can't teach. Did I mention that I was just a crochet enthusiast and not a technical professor or teacher of the skill? Okay, so especially when it comes to sewing, actually, yeah, I'm nowhere near anything like that. So I don't know if I'm explaining this, but we're going to be putting the needle in this way, whipping it around, whipping around. So it's, I guess that's why they call it a whip stitch. But I'm going to put this, I'm going to use per stitches. I think that would be helpful. So I'm making this all parallel. I'm going to remove this focus. I like how it looks because it actually focuses on everything, but when you get too close to the lens, it starts moving, like you saw that. It's so annoying, but I want you to be able to see this and that, but I guess you can't. Okay, so we're gonna stick the needle through these stitches. Avoiding the stuffing and whipping it like this. We're going to put in the next set of stitches, and we're just going to go through the stitches up and around, through the stitches up and around, if that makes sense. So that's the whip stitch. I guess when I get to this end here, maybe I'll just fish it through so I don't have to double up on that whip stitch. Maybe, see, I have an opportunity here. I'm going to stick my needle through here, and I'll poke it out through this next, trying to avoid the stuffing. So see, I'm coming up on the next stitch here from where I started the whip stitch. And then I'm just going to whip it this way. Anybody here watch Hustle and Flow? When I am trying to say whip, it reminds me of part of the movie where they say whoop, whoop. I can't finish the rest of that sentence in case we've got some youngsters on here, but hustle and flow, whoop. You'll know what I'm talking about. They say it over and over again. Okay, so we're just gonna go stitch by stitch, and I like how this is turning out. This wasn't bad at all. So I know this is probably an hour and some change in. I don't know if I'll be able to keep this under 2 hours, but just to let you know, the laundry list of crochet videos I have to make, not including the other kits, just talking about this one. So I have a request to do Lefty for Sally. That's going to be after this holiday season. I have a request for Dr. Finkelstein. That's coming up next, unfortunately, because I'm not looking forward to that one. And then after that, I have some requests for Zero. And I feel Zero is... It looks easy compared... just like Oogie Boogie was. And to be honest, I would love to do Zero next. But I'm going to go by order. So, apologies if this does take a while. Filming takes a while. I have a full-time job. And of course, I have a family, not a big one. But it still takes time out of my filming schedule. I'm lucky enough to get away with my extracurricular filming. Because family time is always valued. But we both have an understanding. The hubby actually also has a channel too. So we know what the deal is, but I try to not, spend every free minute on here, but I am trying to get these out. Again, I have to finish as many characters as I can of these by the end of January, because I am gifting all of these for birthday. Oh, look how nice that whip stitch did. Can't even tell. Okay, so now I don't know how you tie stuff, but I'm going to tie stuff the way that I tie stuff. Might not be the best way, but I do what I do. Okay, I'm sure it shows you in the book. I'm terrible. But I know sewing is never going to be something that I want to do. Maybe once upon a time when I used to make my clothes or try to, but those days are gone. All right, where's my scissor? Hold on, I need to get my scissor. Okay, I'm gonna cut this, and then I'm gonna get my little hook. I'm gonna just go under the surface, avoiding the stuffing, and appear right up where the excess piece sticks up, and I'm gonna drag it back down into the project. If I can... What's going on here? Oh, it's stuck on something. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, drag it down into your project. I'm gonna pull this back out. Okay. Okay, Oogie Boogie. And then you can twist your little end there. Okay, you guys, so I had to stop this video because it was already over 3 hours long. So I will make another part video in this series. Thank you so much for watching. This is Isms by Josie. Please share, like, and subscribe for future videos, and I'll see you again next time.